Hi, this is on the April Canvas training, and we're going to take a look at one of the assignments, which is the academic module part B. So I'm going to go scroll down. This is on week 3 and academic learning module part B. This is the assignment. I'm going to click on it. And the assignment is to create a summative evaluation and create a rubric for a summative or formative assignment. And when you're done with that, you're going to submit your entire academic learning module again and will be evaluated at this point in time. Now we're going to go back to your practice shell. I like to open it in a different tab so I can go back and forth and back and forth. So I'm going to right click on courses. I'm going to open link in a new tab. And on the right side there's my new tab. And I'm going to choose my teaching shell. Right now it's empty, so I want to be able to use it empty. And here it is. So I can go between my shell that I'm working on and my Canvas training. So my assignment is I'm going to start with number 1, which is create a summative evaluation. I can create a test, a quiz, or a unique assignment. So I'm going to choose a quiz. I'm going to go back to my teaching shell and I am going to go to quizzes. If you notice that it's grayed out right now, and that's because I haven't created a quiz yet. I'm going to create quizzes. And I'm going to add a quiz on the top right. I am going to name the quiz. This is your first quiz. And I'm going to type the directions. You can type whatever you want, of course. And I'm going to choose my quiz type. There's a drop down right next to graded quiz. Here's a practice quiz, which means that this quiz is not going to go into the gradebook, or a graded quiz, which will go into the gradebook. You can do a graded survey or an ungraded survey. I'm going to choose graded quiz. I don't have any groups set up yet, so I don't have an option for any groups. Some of the options here: shuffle, time limit, allow multiple attempts. So you can go through all these options. And I'm going to save. Now I haven't added any questions yet, so I'm going to go to the top right where it says Edit. Next to that Settings tab, there's a Questions tab. I'm going to click on Questions. And here is where I create my questions. So here's the new question. This is also where you can create groups right here. And if you've already created questions, you can find them. Here I'm going to add a new question. And there are some options on the top left. There's multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, all of these things. So you can choose whatever you'd like in your quiz. I'm just going to keep multiple choice. This is my first question. Do you love this course? And here are your options. Let's do the correct answer first. So the answer is of course. And then there's also possible answers. No. And here's another one. I will put maybe. And I can create as many as I would like. And on the bottom right it says add another answer, and you just click there for more answers. This one I'm going to leave blank. This is the 4th box right here. So on the right side there's a trash can. I'm going to click on delete, and now I'm just left with the 3 that the students have. and I'm going to update the question. And here's the first question. Do you love this course? And then don't forget to save or save and publish. I'm going to save and publish. Okay, so here's my first quiz. I've only created one question. That's okay. This time I'm going to take this quiz as a student so I can check and make sure that I want the quiz to show and work exactly how I want. So on the bottom left, the button says Settings. Click on Settings. On the right side, choose Student View. And you notice that you're a student if on the bottom it's purple. Okay, so I'm going to go to the quiz I created, Quizzes. Here's my first quiz. I'm going to take it. Take the quiz. Now if I was going to create instructions, I just put directions here, but you can write whatever you'd like there for your students. Take the quiz. And question 1, do you love this course? And of course again, yes. And I'm going to submit the quiz. And it shows me that I got 1 question correct out of 1. Great, that works like I want it to. Okay, this time I'm going to get out of the student view on the bottom right, leave student view. And I've created or I've completed part of the assignment on the course training. So I created a summative evaluation. Okay, next part, I want to create a rubric for this quiz that I just created. Because I already created a quiz that's multiple choice and it's going to be automatically graded, I generally won't need that rubric. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and create another assessment, and I'm going to create a writing assignment. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my teaching shell. Okay, I'm going to create a new assignment, not a quiz, but an assignment. On the top left, I'm going to click on Assignments, and I am going to add assignment or plus assignment on the top right. And this is the first assignment, and this is the first assignment's name. Now you get to write. Now I'm going to write whatever I want into the editor. If you have a problem with putting anything in the text here, go up to the HTML editor. I'm not sure why you have to do this, but sometimes it happens. So click HTML editor, and that's the HTML editor. But all you have to do is go back to the rich content editor, click on it, and now you can type. Not sure why, but you can get into this editor now. This is where you can write about, and I can attach pictures, like I said, anything I'd like. So now let's go down and see what I can do with the assignments. Here are points. Let's make 50 points. And remember that we don't have a group, so I can create a new group, but I don't have one yet. And I want to display these as points. You can choose percentages or anything, the other options. And you can choose different submission types. So there's the options to, if they're not going to submit anything and you just want to grade this online, on paper, so they turn it in and you put the grade into the computer, or external tools. Next, you have some options. If you want the student to write into that box right here, you can put text entry. They might give you a website URL or media recordings. They might have to upload a picture or a video, whatever you'd like them to do, or a file uploads. So if you would like them to write the paper and then upload the Word document in there, that's an option. And here's the enable Turnitin submissions. This is, if you use this, it's the program that helps you check and see if it's original writing. I'm going to pick all of these things. You don't need to, I'm just going to give a bunch of options for my students. Oh, and you can restrict upload file types. Let's say you only want them to upload Word documents. Then you can say allowed file extensions. There it says doc, so I'm going to put doc, point doc. And then I'm going to enable turn-in submissions. Okay, group assignments. We don't have a group assignment. Require peer review, yes or no. And then you can go through the rest and you can choose your how you want to set it up. And I'm going to save and publish. And here is my assignment. Now you get to write and directions. Now I'm going to go back and check it to make sure I want it to look and work as I want to. And now I'm going to go back to being a student so I can look at this assignment. Okay, bottom left, click Settings. On the right top, Student View. Click on that. Remember, it shows you the purple bar on the bottom, so you are a student right now. You're going to go to your assignment and choose Now You Get to Write. And if you notice that I allowed text entry box, a website URL, a media recording, or a file upload, and Turnitin is enabled. As the file, I restricted it just to a Word document. Okay, so to get into this assessment, I am going to submit assignment, click on the top right button, and here are the options. I can upload that Word doc, or I can put text into the editor. I can paste a web URL. I can upload media, and I can upload things to Dropbox, which we didn't talk about yet. I'm going to go to text entry just because I haven't created a Word document yet. Okay, and this is my assignment. And this is from the student's perspective, remember. Okay, I'm going to scroll down, submit the assignment. Oh, yes, and make sure that yours is original work. Submit assignment. And it says assignment successfully submitted. And also on the right side it says turned in. And you can look at your submission details. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Canvas training shell. And I'm going to look at the description of the assignment I'm working on right now. I've created the summative evaluation, actually two of them. I did a quiz and an assignment, which was the writing assignment. And then I need to create a rubric. This time I'm going to put this for the writing assignment. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my practice shell. And I'm going to leave student view because I need to create something as the instructor. And I'm here at my assignments. If you aren't right here, you can always go to the tab where it says assignments, and then you can find that assignment. I'm going to go to the writing assignment, and this is where I want to create my rubric. To do that, there's a button on the bottom left. It says Add Rubric. So click Add Rubric, and here on the bottom is my blank rubric. I'm going to name it Rubric for Writing Assignment. Now, if you want to create a rubric, you might want to label that or title that something very specific so that you know exactly which assignment this rubric is going to be attached to. Okay, next step. I have no criterion so far. I can give a description, a longer description, and this is basically about the rubric. And so far I don't have any criterion. I'm going to add criterion and name it. Let's call it wrote the paper. And the points for this criteria called wrote the paper is 5 points, so I'm going to leave 5 points there. And I'm going to add a new criterion. This one I'm going to call it wrote the paper with correct spelling. And I'm going to give them 5 points for that. I'm going to add one more criterion, and I'm going to put wrote a perfect paper. Just kidding. You can put whatever you want there. Oh, I spelled that wrong, which is really ironic here. Wrote the paper with correct spelling. Anyway, I'm going to say okay, get another 5 points. Actually, I'm going to give them 10 points on that perfect one. Okay. I'm going to go back and correct the spelling. When you hover on it, there is a pencil. Click on that and you can edit whatever you want. And then OK. Oh, I made another mistake. The top one where it says description of criterion, there actually was the first criterion, so this one should have said wrote the paper, and after that the rest of them. So I'm just going to delete this one. On the right side, delete button, and there's my 3 criterion that I want. There's some options. I'll write freeform comments. Use this rubric for assigning grading. I'm going to click on that because when I grade on this rubric, it's going to go automatically to their gradebook. And then create rubric on the bottom right. Okay, there's something that is interesting. On this rubric, when you're using it to grade, it says total points. It's 20 points. If you look up where it says points for the assignment, it said that there's 50 points. So that means that these don't match. And this is the warning that you'll get if the points don't match. When you go update rubric, it'll let you know that the assignment is worth 50, but the rubric is only worth 20. But I'm going to go ahead and change this because I'm going to show you that when you fix it like that, it automatically changes the points to match. Okay, so now we have a rubric on our writing assessment. Going back to the Canvas training, we created evaluation. We created 2 of them, a quiz and a writing assignment, created a rubric, and the next part is aligned projects with stated learning objectives. If you need some help with that, just let us know. And review the content of your module to verify a pathway to success. Same thing, if you need some help, give us a call, give us a holler. Once you've reviewed, completed, and edited this module, you're going to go and you're going to copy your URL to this whole module that you created, and then you're going to paste that into the course Canvas training. And I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to go back to assignments. And this is interesting because this isn't actually a module yet. This is all the assignments that you've created. If you have created discussions, you'll see the discussions you've created, which there aren't any yet. Syllabus, quizzes, anything that you have created, it'll show you a whole list of those. But what we want to do is we want to create a module for those assessments we've just created. So to do that, on the left side, it's grayed out right now because we haven't made a module yet. But on the grade box, click module, modules. And since we don't have any yet, on the top right, we're going to click on plus module, and let's add it. Part B module, academic module, part B, and I'm going to add that module. And remember, I had already created the quiz and the assignment. I don't have to redo them, I just have to go find them and put them into this module. To do that, since there's nothing in this module, I'm going to go plus on the right side, and it's going to ask me what do I want to put in that module. If you noticed, I already created this assignment. Now you get to write, and I can see that it's under assignment. If I want to put the quiz inside, I will click on the drop down and click quiz, and there's the quiz I already created. So I'm going to choose that one first and add item. In my module, there's my first quiz. I'm going to put that other assessment I already created, so I'm going to go on the right top and click plus, and I'm going to choose assignment, and there's the one I already created. Now you get to write, and if I haven't made assignment yet, you can create it from right here, but I'm going to choose the one I already made, add item, and now you can see what I've created and what it's in my module right there. Now to submit this into your Canvas training, go to the top where the URL is, copy, Control C to copy, go back to the academic learning assignment, and I'm going to go to modules. That's where the assignment is that I need to submit. I'm going to scroll down to the assignment that I am submitting, which is the academic learning module part B, and click on it. Because I'm actually the instructor here, I won't be able to submit. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to see as the student view. And on the top right, it'll say submit assignment, and you paste your URL, and then you submit the assignment. And there you go. You completed that assignment on module 3, your academic learning module. If you have any questions, let any of the instructors know and we will help you out.